They say the smartest people don't always speak the loudest, but sometimes they carry the heaviest silence. A very good morning to the honorable judges, respected teachers, and to all my fellow friends. My name is Rittisha Kumaran, proudly representing SMK BUKIT JAMBUL from Penang. Today, I want to talk about something that many of us wear, but only few of us notice. Have you ever worn a mask? Not the kind we wore during the pandemic, but a different kind. The kind you can't see, but you can feel. I wear one, and maybe you do too. Mine is called the smart one. It looks confident, it answers quickly, it gets high marks, and it doesn't mess up. But here's the thing, wearing a mask every day gets heavy. And in today's world, being smart isn't enough anymore. Not for students, not for leaders, not for anyone who wants to thrive beyond the classroom. We often think that high grades automatically equal success. But let me ask you this. Have you ever seen someone who's academically brilliant but struggles in real life? Being academically intelligent doesn't always translate into real life capability. A person may ace maths but struggle to manage with time. They may quote Shakespeare but fail to work in a team. They may know the textbook answers but not how to comfort a friend who's crying quietly during recess. These days, success demands emotional intelligence, the ability to work with others, qualities that are not taught in textbooks. Now, let's talk about the label itself, the smart one. It sounds like a compliment, but it's actually a trap. Students are praised for being clever, so they stop asking questions. They fear mistakes, so they stop taking risks. A Harvard study even showed that students labeled as gifted are often more afraid of failure and more likely to suffer burnout. So, what's the use of being smart if it means wearing a mask that hides who we are? Of course, I'm not saying intelligence doesn't matter. Critical thinking, problem solving, and knowledge are crucial. But here's the point. By themselves, they are no longer sufficient. In a world of ChatGPT, Google, and AI, what makes you different from a machine? It's how we use it, with compassion, with morality, with ethics, and with affection. So I would like to share a story of mine where my mask starts cracking. It happened during a group project. I led everything, the research, the slides, even my teammates' lines. I wanted it to be perfect. We got top marks, the teacher even praised us. But later, a group member quietly said, "It wasn't really a group project. It was your project." That sentence, it hit harder than any exam result ever could. Because they were right. I didn't trust my team members. I didn't want to look weak. So, I carried everything. And in doing so, I carried nothing but meaningful. That's when I realized something important. Being smart isn't just about knowing answers. It's about knowing when to listen, when to share, when to lead, and when to take a step back. But the mask didn't teach me that. The mask told me to be perfect. The mask said, don't ask for help. Don't admit that you're tired. Just keep going and have a smile on your face. And I listened to it until I couldn't anymore. We need more than IQ. We need empathy, patience, courage. We need people who can connect, not just correct. We need people who don't just wear masks, but know when to take them off. The world needs thinkers who care, leaders who listen, and friends who fail and still show up. So, to every student out there who are wearing the mask of being smart, or maybe yours says the quiet one or the funny one, take it off. Not to hide your brilliance, but just let it breathe, and to make room for growth that goes beyond your grades. Because in the end, the world doesn't just need people who can answer every questions. It needs people who can ask the right ones. It needs hearts, not just heads. So, being smart might open many doors, but being human is what lets you walk through them with others. So, that's all from me today. Thank you.